everybody. This is some Game of Thrones Season 4, Episode 2 talk. I'm just going to go through this really briefly. Please, by all means, comment below. This is just kind of a discussion. Here we go. I'm just going to start with my notes. Nice scene with Tyrion and Jaime, where Jaime knocks over the wine because he's sort of clumsy with his new hand. And Tyrion gives him some advice that says, hey, look, you know, like, you could either be a commander, just not do anything and just kind of sit there, or you could learn how to use your left hand. Jaime says no, because everyone will know that I'm not the bad guy. You know, I'm not like Mr. Tough Guy Kingslayer anymore. And Tyrion says, hey, look, Bran will help you out. In the books, I believe it was Ilyn Payne who was the trainer for Jaime. Ilyn Payne had his tongue cut out, so he couldn't talk at all. But Bran is kind of a nice choice as a replacement. It's a character we're familiar with, and it sort of fits, and it also cements the relationship with Jaime and Tyrion. I like that change. I like that change from the books. I think that's really nice. Let's see. Then we have a nice little scene with Tywin and the Queen of Thorns. You know, which is very cute and funny. You know, they sort of flirt. They have like a, you know, like a power dynamic that is, you know, kind of sweet with one another. I don't know what to say about that other than, like, too bad their children are all terrible. Because that could be a really, you know, it'd be a great little rom-com, but, like, jeez Louise, man, like, they're living in a terrible environment. Anyway, so the Queen of Thorns says, I pay for everything. Tywin says, well, whatever, you're getting married and you're going to be one of ours now. Next scene, we go to the Shae removal. You know, where Tyrion says, look, you're not a highborn lady. You can't have my kids. This relationship can't work out. I keep telling you it's dangerous here. Get on a boat. Take your diamonds. Hide your kids. Hide your weapon. Like, I mean, he just, like, all right, here's the thing. Shae, get on the boat. Get on the boat. Come on. Like, Tyrion is cute and all, and he's really funny, but, like, you're not in love with him. Girl, get on the boat. And, like, you know, have a nice house with servants somewhere where it's warm. Like, I don't understand her, like, oh, wow, please, my little lion. You know, like, come on. No one's buying it, girl. I don't know. Maybe some people are, but, like, Shae, get out of there. Come on, right? Okay. Let's see. We have a scene. All right, now this is a different one, where a scene where Bran is at the Weir Wide Net tree. Excuse me. And he gets an email from XX Three-Eyed Raven XX End Times. Just kidding. But, like, I mean, he has, like, sort of a warging moment, or, you know, like a precognitive dream where he is told to go north of the wall. The scary part of this for me was just the fact that these are all children, and they're completely lost in the forest, and it's freezing, and they're starving, and none of them have any idea what to do other than follow Bran. You know, this poor crippled little boy, you know, who just says, well, guess what? We're going to go where it's colder and the food is more scarce. And they're like, hey, all right. So, good luck, Bran. Have fun on your journey. Be sure to send us an email. Okay, anyway, then we go on to Ramsay and Reek, which, man, Reek, poor Reek, aka Theon Greyjoy, is so broken. I mean, he is broken. There is the scene where Ramsay's dad is coming into town, Mr. Bolton, I cannot remember his first name, I'm sorry. And he says, look, Theon Greyjoy was a prize for us. You know, we were going to return him unharmed to his father. Ramsay says, look, I got something better. I have all the information that he has. And he just gives it up completely freely. Even with a blade in his hand at my throat, he will still give you information. Even though I tell him his brother is dead, he will still be my slave. And that's fucked up and it's sad. And, you know, poor Theon. I never thought I'd be saying that, but oof, yeah, man. And it's sort of setting up the situation with Moat Cailin. We'll see what is going to happen with that. Oh, I neglected to mention the scene where Ramsay is chasing after some poor girl in the woods, and he shoots her with a female archer. And who is this woman? Was she in the books at all? Because I cannot remember this. You guys, please comment below. I didn't catch her name. Please tell me. Also, at this point, we're kind of understanding how much Ramsay Snow is trying to get into his father's best graces. And he's doing pretty good at this point. His father says, look, if you can make this work, then I'm all ears. Very bizarre. Okay, next we move on to the Melissandre scene where she's there with Stannis the Manus, I guess, doing, you know, they're burning people again. You know, she's saying, everybody give up your gods, give up the 7 gods, the old gods, they're all false. Melissandre, I want to like you because I like your character in the books, but geez, please stop burning people. I also had this impression of like her Rahalar mythology of like how it's kind of close to Judaism. Like they have this, you know, Judaism, they have the idea that hell is right here on earth, and she basically says that exact same line in the show, you know. So it's like there's heaven and there's hell, light is good, dark is bad, and dark is the earth, you know. So like the more fire and the more people burning, the more they go to heaven. So okay. Also, my notes on this, Stannis is so autistic. Like, he really does not inform his decisions with emotion at all. Which, I know there are a lot of Stannis fans out there, but, like, y'all, you really need to inform your decisions with emotion, because, like, otherwise you're going to make some really strange ones. And I think he's well on that path. He makes some good ones, some very strong ones, but they may or may not be well informed. Okay, so here we go. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. It kind of begins with, like, I wrote down here, LOL, even Jeoffrey is sick of the Rains of Castamere. There's a band playing the song Rains of Castamere, and Jeoffrey says, God, you know, he just throws money at them and says, enough. Nah. Wah, wah, wah. Ugh, what a terrible kid. Okay, next there's a scene where Oberyn is making kissy faces with Loras, you know, which is cute. And then Loras bumps into Jaime, and Jaime says, look, are you excited about this wedding with Cersei? Because she's not, and you're gonna get screwed over, and everybody else is gonna get screwed over, and, like, don't think this is gonna be anything good. And he's, you know, he's kind of like, yeah, I know. We're all in trouble here. There's a scene where Brienne, darling Brienne, I love her. She's one of my favorite characters. She's clomping around the wedding in her giant boots and her big outfit, and she's like, I'm no lady, rah, rah, rah. She does have a scene with Marjorie where, you know, they're kind of very close to each other, very kind to each other. I don't know, it seemed really cute. But then Cersei corners her and says, like, oh, you know, it must be nice for you, like, being on every side of the war. And then she says, you're in love with Jaime. And Brienne says nothing. Nothing. I wonder what that means. You know, in the books, it's very, I don't know, you know, like, you know, they're just sort of friends, and they just hang out, and they're, you know, and they're, you know, comrades, I guess. but here it's seeming very clear that she is in love with him, and I don't know. It's a change. It's an interesting change. I don't know if I'm completely on board with it. I don't know. You guys comment. Okay. And then, okay, moving on. Cersei does her complete bitch move where she says, I'm the queen, and the queen says, we throw our leftovers to the dogs, as opposed to what Queen Marjorie said, which was, we're giving all our leftovers to the poor of King's Landing. So, I don't know, Cersei just apparently has to, do the absolute worst thing just to dig at everyone else. Okay, next in my notes is Oberyn, the Viper. My notes here say, burn unit! He completely tears down the Westerosi point of view and says, yes, you have your hierarchy and you have your beautiful, kings and queens and lords and ladies, but we don't treat bastards poorly where I am from. We do not, they have much looser, it seems, moral wears it, but then he makes a point about bastards and children being slaughtered, and y'all know what we're talking about, where his sister's children, his nieces and nephews, have been slaughtered by the mountain, and he's like, you guys, you're on my list. So, then we move on to the dwarf farce, where nobody is laughing. It's a hilarious show where there's the War of the Five Kings, and and it's just awful because it basically offends everybody at the table. It offends the Tyrells. It offends, poor Sansa. It's, just nobody is laughing except for Cersei and Jeoffrey, and it's just completely awkward. And then Jeoffrey just makes it more awkward with Tyrion, and, it says, oh, why don't you fight? Tyrion says, okay, well, I just can't. Why don't you show us your bravery, friendo? But, Jeoffrey is an asshole and makes Tyrion pour him his wine. Tyrion has a cup. It falls under the table. And then, bum, 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 bum. Did you guys get that? Sansa picks up the poison chalice, right? It's poison, right? She picks up a different chalice, at least, right? And gives it to Tyrion. They give each other a look. You guys, what is going on here? Is she in on this? Please comment, because that is blowing my fucking mind. Okay, so Sansa has a goblet. Is Tyrion in on it? Joffrey says, kneel. And then, funny moment, Marjorie says, oh, ha, 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 look at the pie. And Joffrey looks at the pie, drinks some, eats some, drinks some, eats some, and chokes. Chokes to death. It's super gory, by the way. Like, his eyes turn completely red. Like, his skin turns very purple. Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know, the way they did this, they really made it fairly clear that this wasn't just, like, a regular choking. Like, it did very much seem like he was poisoned. So, I don't know, there was sort of maybe some ambiguity in the books, I thought, but, like, yeah, I don't know, you guys. So that huge revelation, turn from the books a little. Please, everyone, tell me what you think below. I'm very, very interested. This is just a discussion. If you hate what I say, I'm very sorry. And again, I'm sorry about spoilers. Okay. I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, more Game of Thrones later. Bye.